Hi everybody, it's your host Manlydogs here, coming to you with another Manlydogs weekly recap number 4. We've almost made a month of uploads. Technically, you could say the first weekly recap, you could start from there, we made a month, but no, not quite. We are counting it for every day from Monday through Friday that we've been consistently uploading. And we've been doing it, baby. We've been keeping it on and making it happen. It's felt so good. I'm so excited. Imagine what it's like when we get to a year, you know? Like, that's... How many videos is that? I don't even know. I can't count that high. So, I tell you what, if this video gets 3 likes, I will tell you how much I love you. Specifically, the people that liked it. I'll let you know that there is a parasocial relationship that will begin. You'll be obsessed with me. I won't know who you are, and it'll be great. Surely nothing bad could come out of that. Surely. How many times have you heard of those stories where, like, a YouTuber shows up at, or like a subscriber shows up at like a YouTuber's door or something like that, and then they just have to deal with that awkward interaction. It's like, oh my God, you're my favorite person on planet Earth, and those people have to be like, I don't know you. That's always so strange, isn't it? So anyways, what are we doing? What are we talking about this week? We've been uploading tons of gameplay videos every day. Make sure you go watch them. Go leave a like. Go leave a comment. Heads up. You really want to help out the channel and help me grow. The longer the watch time, the more that tells YouTube that I'm making interesting content and thus propels me forward in the stratosphere to become successful in YouTube, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm just uploading for fun and creating because it's the only way I can take my little brain that's spinning its cogwheels and quiet it. It feels good. It feels like after a gym session, after I upload, after I make something happen, which is so interesting to me that there's so many different ways to work out, right? There's like, you can actually lift things and actually go work out, but there's also like a mental workout thing that is huge. And it's kind of like that's what I'm doing right now. Sure, I'm not like lifting a bunch of weights, but I am lifting some weights in the brain, constantly having those wheels spinning, making things happen. I apologize, I'm a little congested today, so it's all the pollen in the air and all those things kind of messing with my nose. But guys, I've been testing different things every week. If you guys have saw that this week we switched to shorter gameplay videos with some older ones still being uploaded. So I did a long recording session the first couple times, and now I'm sort of catching up. You're going to see videos get shorter, but more dense, more interesting, more things happening within them that are packed in to make interesting content. That I think is exactly what we need if we want to grow. One of the comments, I don't know who you are, thank you. You pointed it out. You said, go start editing, dude. Just cut it down. What's so hard about cutting down a video? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So let's do that. I've also started putting my face in front of thumbnails now. Initially, I didn't want to because I don't really want to be like a character streamer. I want you to figure that out by yourself when you come into the stream and it be organic. But you know what? If you see my face and I'm making and that gets you interested and you're a new viewer, then I must be doing something right. So, pro tip, guys, we have a bunch of people watching the weekly recaps that's not subscribed. So if you subscribe, I'll also tell you I love you next weekly recap. Do you want to be told that you're loved? Are you missing something that your family didn't give you and you're really needing that? Well, I'll provide that free of a service next Friday if you subscribe right now. Don't unsubscribe either because I'll know. Maybe that's what we do. Oh, do we start... Oh my God, sorry. Do we start naming our YouTube base? Our 165 subscribers or 66, I forget. I don't know. Hold on, pause. I need water. Alrighty. So fun fact, if you have local honey and the pollen and things in the area are getting to you, take a teaspoon of local honey and consume it and it'll clear your sinuses right up. So anyways, what are we talking about? What are we doing? I'm feeling much better after that little sip of water and a teaspoon of honey. So little local remedy knowledge for you. Anyway, we were talking about what do we name our fan base of subscribers. Do we do that? I know for Twitch, we call us the Doghouse, but it's like a collective group, a collective cult, really, where we talk about all things in the Doghouse. But yeah, no, I think we'll keep it at that. I don't feel it. What's up, Dog Nation? I'm sorry. What's up? What's up? Okay. Yeah. No, we can do this all day. What's up, Manlys? What's up? Yeah, no. We're good. So, anyways, all right. So, this week we've been trying a couple of different things. Like I said, we've been making content a little more denser. I'm gauging reaction times and interest in different things right now. So, like Dune Awakening got a bunch of likes, and that stuff may be coming back in the future. But those kind of games, like survival games, really need to be like there's so much static in between interesting stuff happening where I'm just building a base or I'm just grinding, where nothing interesting is happening. When more interesting things start happening in that game and it's not just a steady playthrough, then I'll upload something. But for now, nothing interesting is happening. But if you do want to check it out consistently, go to my live stream on twitch.tv/manlydogs, and you will find tons of just me like content just throughout, But yes, so that's kind of where we're at on Dune. Hollow Knight is still doing good, still going strong. I just started the game The Altars, and that game is so fun. I can't wait to get back to it. I've been like swamped with all things happening in my life. But next recording session, the trick is I don't want to stockpile too many videos for a recording session. So how this works is I wake up and I say, okay, well, what do I want to play today? And I say, okay, is it Hollow Knight? Is it The Altars? Is it Spray Paint Simulator? Is it Dune Awakening? If it's either of those four or either of those three that isn't Dune Awakening, I click the record button. And as long as I'm playing the video game, I'm recording. So on my back end, I have like 5 or 6 hours worth of footage just sitting there, just ready to be edited down and crunched into different parts. And so it's having to navigate that is like a pretty big challenge. But along with work and 9 to 5, but there's no excuse. We keep grinding. But I just want to let you know that's where I am at in terms of content wise. In my brain, I feel good. I don't feel stunted. I don't feel halted. I just question everything, if that makes sense. I'm sort of sitting there and saying, well, what gets views versus what doesn't? What is interesting in a thumbnail versus, and you're going to see next week, I'm doing some different things each time. And once we do, we're going to do like a month collective, like talk of like everything we've done so far that I think will be really interesting to see what's the trajectory. How do we grow? Right now, we got a couple of people commenting. We got a couple of people likes. And this isn't the weekly recap isn't just to sit here and talk about this stuff. It's really to talk about all things. But that's kind of where my brain is at right now is I am inspired to keep pushing and keep making something because I think there's a space for me here. I used to think there wasn't in a oversaturated market like Twitch or YouTube or TikTok, but I've shown myself that there really is a space for someone like me who makes it, about more than just me. This is about us, We're gonna see where this goes. Is that a cult? Am I starting a cult? I don't know, but I know there's like some mixing issues. If you guys watch the current playthroughs, they are like low. They sound low. So I'm gonna raise this up. I'm just gonna let you that's guys. I'm working on it. Just stick with me. I promise you, it'll be so fruitful and so rewarding when we make it huge and we get to do this. We get to do this full time. Eventually, I need more water. I don't know why I'm so congested right now. So, anyways. That's kind of been me really is mostly playing Dune Awakening. I'm in a guild now. That's been really fun. So actually an interesting conversation I'd like to have with you guys is I have a great friend, one of my best friends. And he was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm super excited. I can't wait to play Dune Awakening with you. This stuff's going to be so exciting. I'm we're in here. Like you showed me like what you're doing in there. I want to be a part of the guild. I want to see what's going on, I'm like, great, awesome, dude. I get to game with one of my best friends that I never really get to game with. And he's one of those friends that sort of jump ship on a lot of games. We'll get into a game, but he'll be off of it before anyone else is. And it just kills the momentum of the game. You guys get where I'm going with this? So we get to the Iron Age on Dune Awakening, and he's like, all right, dude, I'm getting off for the night. It was like 3 days of grinding, like, or just like getting on for a couple hours at night and then getting off, like playing from like maybe 8 to 12 or something, you know, which is like a very standard playthrough, like a very standard gaming session, you know, which is good. That's good. I was really excited, and I got really excited that he was going to get into the guild and he was going to do all these things and be a part of this and really dive into it, because it was something that we could sort of connect over, and that was really important to me. So not that gaming is the only way we can do that, but it's an important hobby to both of us. So like the next day comes by and I don't hear from him. I'm like, well, maybe he's just busy. Well, the next day goes by, I don't hear from him again. I'm like, hey dude, got this on Dune Awakening, like ready whenever you are. Oh, awesome, dude, can't wait to play again. Next day goes by, nothing. And now we're a week removed from that play session. And I was like, hey dude, he's like, yeah, there's just a bunch of different games out right now. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe he's like playing single player games, you know. And I see him in his own Discord with a guy in there, and they're playing freaking WoW, bro. They're playing World of Warcraft. And like, I like question, I'm like, what's the reason that, I don't know who this guy he's playing with is or anything like that, but like, I'm one of your best friends, dude, and I feel like it should be equally important to us that we're gaming together. And like, that's super fun and it's good. But I don't know, it just shows me that like I'm not as important to him as I am. And this is just deeper thoughts. Even if he's watching this, you know, it's like, oh, like you don't connect to this like I do. You know, you don't feel like that, like the camaraderie that comes with, oh, we're gaming together and we're childhood best friends. And I like, because what that tells me is like, oh, we played through Dune Awakening. The next game he hits me up about, we'll get into that, you know, like Chrono Odyssey or something like that. But it's just not. And I was just like, dude, it just sucks, you know. And I told him this. I was like, oh man, like, and you know, he bounces around it, and that's what he does, and he doesn't really confront that it's kind of messed up, you know. It's like if I started a playthrough of Borderlands 2 with one of my best friends, and suddenly they stop midway through, but they didn't tell me why, but it's because they're just playing another game with someone else. And it's like, oh, like, that sucks, you know. So, like, I don't know if anyone else has been through that. I mean, I've been a part of a group of friends who just jump up to a bunch of games all at once, and it's an attention span issue. But I like starting games, and I like completing them. And if I start a game with you, I want to complete it with you as well, because I think that's just as important. I've started so many playthroughs with some of my closest friends in Stardew Valley that I've never gone back to, because it's like, well, when we get back to that, that's when we'll get back to that. Or like Terraria with me and one of my best pals on the internet, RetroCat, and Chunky, and we've started so many games that it's like, no, these are games I want to play with these people. And we're going to prioritize that when we choose to. And so it's just frustrating, you know. I really, and I'm back to playing solo and by myself, but it really meant a lot to me when I was playing it with my best pal. So, but that's okay. That life goes on. I'm really used to it. It's been a reoccurring theme. So, and if you're watching this and you know who you are, don't get offended. I love you, and I trust you wouldn't. But also realize that maybe there's like an issue with that, you know. So anyways, all that to say, do you guys have any friends like that sort of jump around on you? They'll say they want to play a game, they'll hop into it, you're like, are they into it, are they not into it, are they just playing it because I'm playing it, and then they just disappear on you? No communication, nothing about it, no saying, oh, well, I'm doing this, just gone. Let me know. And if you have, how do you deal with that? I think the trick is to just not deal with it and say, okay, well, lesson learned, like this friend like bailed on me on this game. Maybe I shouldn't play different like other games with him in the future. So it's just a learning moment for me. And if you've dealt with that, please give me some feedback on how you deal with it in the future, or how you deal with it in general. Because there's so many games coming out, and I get it, you know, there's always different things. But for WoW, bro, come on, bro. come on, bro, you know, but it is what it is. There's so many people to play video games with, and I've got a good group in Dune Awakening, a good guild that's really cool friends. So I'm really excited. Anyways, guys, that's my weekly recap. Look forward to more altars next week, and maybe one more spray paint video I got in the works, and then Hollow Knight. So that'll be kind of on the that'll be consistent throughout. No more spray paint, I think, but I will finish Hollow Knight. You're gonna get a full playthrough on that, but I'm and altars. You're gonna have those intermittently in between each other. I think that makes for really interesting videos. And then Fridays will always be weekly recaps where we talk, we hang out, and we have a good time. So thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for listening to my story time. Please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll tell you I love you as usual. Bye bye.